Yeah, there we go.
All right, so this is going to be our first pick of the pool, and this is going to be our kind of mixed consistency pick. It's going to be Electra Volva by Ricktoy.
Oh,
and I want to give a thanks to Ricktoy because we had to reach out to him to edit some LNs out of this, and he let us do that. So
Yeah, in its current state with the edits, I think it works very well for this round.
yeah, and you'll see. It's rather short for a consistency pick. It's only 2.5 minutes. But
and the 2.9 is very suspicious.
Okay, I was actually thinking about this in comparison to Stay By My Side, how Stay By My Side's 3.5 stars, and then we scale to something that's 2.9 stars, and it's just really a star rating classic because this map is way harder.
It is harder than Stay By My Side, definitely.
And hopefully we'll be able to go pretty quick.
The song is catchy, by the way. We're throwing out there just, you know.
Uh-oh. Someone left the lobby.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, we back.
Okay,
We back.
Let's go.
Yeah, but Blitz Lunar always coming in here making the bangers.
Blitz Lunar is very good, indeed.
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for the map to start so we can talk about the map. Oh, Crystallize didn't download the pool. Thank you.
Bruh.
Kappa. It's not
That is
Crystallize's
nice.
fault.
Bonk.
I don't know why Koidex keeps leaving.
I have no idea. Yo, it's okay. I'll go play and commentate the showcase. I'll talk about the chart as I'm playing.
Oh, nice. You're good. Let's go.
Hey,
That's a
what better advice than first-hand experience as I'm playing the chart? It's that simple.
Oh yeah, that's just good. Like, I've played like that before. I did a show match for P3T where I like commentated while playing. I didn't play well, but it was fun.
That sounds like it would be really fun. I can't think of a scenario where that would actually be allowed, actually.
Yeah, I am pretty sure no sane organization would actually let you do that, but here you can.
Yeah, it looks like, I'm not sure what we're doing here, but it looks like we might be starting without Koidex for this one.
Yeah, it looks to be that way.
Oh,
We still have one member for Team Up Scroll, so that's fine. Koidex apparently just having some internet issues or something. It's all good. Sorry about the delay.
yeah.
Yeah, getting into the chart here.
So you're going to be noticing there's quite a bit more timing changes and a bit more patterning changes than in Stay By My Side. It has a relatively calm opening, but you're already going to see there's like a bit more mini jack usage.
Definitely.
And you have these kind of graces and then these timing changes. They're not
Is the patterning 122 BPM 1/4 like all the way?
Yeah. So, well, not 1/4 all the way, but that's what like the mini jacks quote unquote are. They're really the mini jacks here are so slow that they're really gonna test your control more than they would like a mini jack. So I don't know if I
definitely.
should call them like a mini jack, but
Yeah, I'd say probably biggest change here from Stay By My Side is like, well, I guess just the pattern variation, right? With the graces and little flames and stuff that exist in this chart that were not as prevalent in Stay By My Side, and at least in my opinion.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you're seeing right here this section with just kind of the alternating hand mini jacks and then into the bursts.
Mm-hmm. Into these
And-
like triplet rolls. These are 1/6, I believe, from what
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
I believe they are too. And so, yeah, as you may notice if you're hearing the song, it kind of since this is like a video game soundtrack, it does repeat itself. And so this is really where the consistency aspect comes in because there's no break and there is some patterning changes. So it's not like the exact same map. There is some things mirrored, there's some things that kind of play differently, but there's no break, and you kind of have to be really consistent on just these patterns.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Right now we're getting through the end.
Yeah, I'd say a lot
Oh,
of seasoned
the
act
roll?
players struggle with this, but you know, it's still gonna test a number of people on consistency, and especially this last bit, like you're probably just about to say,
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky.
The last bit is way more rolly, has a lot of these triplets. That's for spectator value, like, because the match can just go down on that moment, and gotta get some of that entertainment.
So yeah, that is probably one of the physically easiest maps of the pool, if not the easiest. And it's still harder than groups, but its main difficulty is going to come in, again, the consistency and the timing and the accuracy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Speaking of accuracy, my man Andre with the ratio. Let's go.
My man.
56.
So yeah, now we're going to be getting into our second pick. And it's going to be yet another rice. We're just starting out with a few rice picks before we move into the other things.
Oh,
Yes.
you totally stole that from me.
Wait, what?
SOL stuff.
Oh.
Anyway,
This was actually.
I'm just kidding.
This was something that actually almost got used in 4DM2, funny enough.
Oh wow, those goes way back then. Holy hell.
Yeah, there was actually an older version of this that had some. It had more LNs than the current version, and so we did that.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is going to be Shoegazer's Watercolor. This is going to be our jump stream pick of the pool.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the
I would
BPM on the
prefer-
screen is actually not correct. This is 174 BPM. It is showing the 1.1 rate BPM.
Oh, okay. So I've gone from 155 to 170. Sounds about enough.
Yeah, and something you're gonna notice with this map is it's not as dense as 8th Planet was. Like, there's not jumps as often as there was in 8th Planet. I believe it's one jump every 6 notes as opposed to one every 4 in 8th Planet.
Oh, because it's one. I don't know. I don't remember.
But
Okay, so
yeah.
one every 6 notes. That's pretty light. Yeah.
So it's pretty light, but there's a lot more of a speed emphasis. It's a lot more broken streamy, so you can't like metronome.
Oh, true.
And also, it's OD 8.5. So it is actually going to be a lot harder to ratio and a lot harder to maintain your ACK on than
8.5 on a faster map with a higher emphasis on consistency due to lag makes us in my opinion, a pretty sizable spike in difficulty compared to 8th Planet in terms of how hard you can ratio it.
And so yeah, we're getting into the main jump stream section, and this is basically jump stream jump vocal and this is it's just fun to play. I really like playing this map, but you're seeing the main concept of it right here. I'm not doing.
By the way, this is 1/4, right?
It is actually, yeah, it is 1/4, but
Okay.
kind of to a one. The drums are kind of to a different rhythm because
Oh, fair.
jump every 3 notes instead of every 4. So it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
unless I'm just really dumb, in which case I'll get corrected. But so yeah, you see in those kind of burst sections, there's actually more broken stream, and then in these where it just says "Take me out of here," there's the long jump stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Allow me to be that person real quick. This is every 4 beats there's a jump, not 3.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
There.
Sorry.
Can't count.
But it's either way, it's just some pretty standard jump stream, and it's a lot of it is layered. Actually, I didn't notice. Like most of the jumps are just on one hand in that jump stream section, and it makes it really
Oh,
two-hand
okay.
trill.
Yeah, that's for sure. And something else you're gonna notice about this pick is it's rather long for a jump stream pick.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling that.
Oh, yeah.
today.
And what we really wanted to do, wow, my voice, that was epic. What we really wanted to do with this pick is, in round of 16, it's really hard to find a jump stream pick that's gonna physically challenge you, but also be able to scale well into the later picks, because that's just kind of how it is.
There.
Stage of bracket. So we're really gonna emphasize the act and consistency and speed over maybe the physical density. And it's still gonna be a lot harder than 8th Planet was. But it's definitely not gonna be too physically hard for the remaining teams.
Definitely. I don't think this is gonna be a stamina hazard for any team that got past the group stage. And even most of the teams that were in the group stage.
Also, I'm seeing in chat, I just want to address, Score V2 does affect the 320 window, depending on the OD. So
Yeah, definitely.
it's OD8, I believe, where it breaks even, where Score V1 and Score V2 would have the equal free.
Yeah, it's focused on OD8. OD8 V2 is 16 milliseconds, while OD8 V1 is 16.5 milliseconds. But effectively, its scale should be equivalent to V1 and exactly OD8. You're correct.
So yeah, so when this is 8.5, it's actually going to be harder to act on V2 than V1. So you got to watch out for that. And you see, this is actually pretty easy to drop 200s on. Even the really good players we have in this lobby, no one assessing it.
Yeah, that is difficult.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that might be attributed a bit to the length. The length of this pick is definitely, just for this stage, it's a bit longer than something you might find in another tournament for sure.
Are we gonna stay on the rice then, or are we gonna see something else now? Oh,
We're going to be seeing one more
Rice.
race, and then we're going to move on into something else. I believe this is going to be our Jack pick, if I'm thinking of it correctly. It is.
Yes!
Oh.
Another Rick Toy chart, but
Oh.
it was fantastic, okay?
Yeah. Double thank you to Rick Toy for uploading both edits of maps that we really wanted to use, because this one was also the same thing where it had a lot of LN intrusiveness, and we just really wanted to get rid of it because it makes a really good Jack pick without it. We also repatterned some of the things in the map that aren't Jacks to make them play a little better.
Oh.
Something you're going to notice with this pool and with a lot of future pools moving forward is there is a lot of like edited maps, or like maps that are uploaded by us, or maps that are basically because that is short answer, because that's the future of pooling. Long answer because it makes picks a lot easier to find. It makes picks a lot more malleable. It lets us use different maps without having to like reuse a lot of maps. And
True, that's true. So I'm assuming this is 105, correct?
yes, this is going to be 105 BPM Jacks. This is actually the exact same BPM I believe last year's Jack pick had. Oh, we're going to see an Andre flashback?
Oh boy. Oh, we're gonna have to wait a sec here for the client.
Flashback. So either way, open it up, you see that it's relative like
I'm sorry, can you repeat? Your voice muted out.
Oh, my bad. So this is like some relatively dense Jack to start out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Though not by that much. Isn't this the same BPM as Polish Denki?
Yes. Yeah. This is the exact same BPM of 105.
Yeah, which was used in 4DM2 at this exact stage. So for now we're getting a bit of an evening out of the skill disparity, though I feel this is denser.
Yeah, and also you're gonna see right here, there's not just jacks, there's a couple 1/3 rhythms thrown in that you have to manage.
True. I've seen them. Oh, okay, this is spicy.
Yeah, there's a couple things that we repatterned to make them a bit better to play. I got a little worried for a second because I didn't recognize that exact pattern and thought I sent him the wrong diff of the edit, and so that was my brain for a second. But no, this is fine.
Chill.
I saw that jump stream and we were good. That jump stream used to be like hell to ratio.
Well, thankfully it is not. It seems.
So yeah,
Near the end now.
in that solo section, you're gonna like be micromanaging a lot between the 1/3 rhythms and the jacks, and then the ending is gonna be kind of just a repeat of the opening. Very short and straightforward pick, but definitely not free by any means. It's gonna be very easy to have your fingers slip on this one, and some of the lower end teams in bracket may actually have a bit of difficulty FCing this.
Hey, this is quite a nice map too, if I say so myself. Cool.
It is a very fun
yeah.
map and a nice song.
Yeah, this is just a banger. I gotta say, I'll just full disclosure, I agree.
And so now I think we're gonna be moving into one of our hybrids. It's either hybrid or LN.
I would assume it'd be a hybrid based on our previous order.
It is.
Yes.
All right, so this is going to be Unlucky Croco, aka Roasted Chicken's guess difficulty of Asher's set of Hanairo Biori.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I started talking. I was like, oh, this sentence ain't ending for a bit.
Yeah. So I actually have a question, Logan. How long have you had this file in your arsenal? Because I think I've seen this file in suggestions for pools with you for like a long time.
Sheet.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well, I guess I'm just misremembering.
Well, actually, I think the top diff we were gonna use in Speed of Light 2, but then I was downloading just all the maps off the sheet, and I saw this lower one, and I was like, "This is good."
Yeah. Good. I see.
So yeah, Croco. Who's Croco?
Oh,
there's Croco.
Yeah,
Croco.
I only know Roasted Chicken.
TV. So this is going to be our more rice-centered hybrid, but something you're going to notice about the hybrids this round is they're actually decently close to 50-50 for being rice and LN hybrids, and we did this mainly because we liked the mix of the hybrids.
That's pretty good. I think that like if you can't get like correctly biased hybrids, two 50-50 hybrids that cover a different set of patterns works just fine.
And
that is personally my preferred philosophy, but I see it here.
Yeah, I would still say that this tests rice more, but it is very hard to act from the LN, so you could argue that it's decently close to 50-50.
For now, looking a little bit like Marvel Soda, with sparse LN usage, like regular, and like not much more than like broken stream. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The main rice of this map is going to be, you're going to have some broken jump stream, yeah, with these LNs in between, and then you're also going to have some 1/8 or 1/6, I'm not sure, rhythms thrown in.
These LN reverse shields are very Huan-like. They're interesting, and not very, very easy to ratio intuitively, so this map's going to take a lot of attention to get right.
Yeah. And in my opinion, this map is actually one of the harder ones to time in the pool.
Oh yeah, I think this is straight up one of the hardest picks, personally.
To be honest, I can see that between all of the like 1/6 rolling, 1/4 jump streaming, and all the long notes thrown around. This does not look free at all. It looks pretty difficult. Oh, and these rolls are absolutely evil. Someone is gonna mess up now. I can't believe we're gonna get an entire round of 16 without someone flipping up a map.
This is definitely a map where I wouldn't expect 3 FCs on this very often from teams.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And I also gotta say, just this, or the jump stream patterns in the chorus, like, you know, a lot of people are pretty comfortable with jump stream. You'd think that would be like a bit of a comfy area, just like, you know, chill out in the chorus, just play some jump stream. But the jump stream in the chorus is actually pretty uncomfortable to play as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is so one-hand trilly.
Yeah, it's very one-hand trilly, has a lot of 1-3 and 2-4 chord usage.
Like, look at that.
And yeah, this is also a relatively longer map. On average, this pool is, I would say, decently long for around a 16 pool. So I guess apologies about that, but sorry not sorry, because these maps are cool.
I mean, that's no problem. That's no problem. We're players. We can hate whatever in a pool we want.
You get to play.
Oh wait, this is 3,000 notes?
Yeah, it is a lot of notes.
Okay, that might be kind of spicy. I retract my statement. I think this deserves some anger.
The notes at the end are the spiciest part. Dude, if someone loses because of those, I'm gonna throw a fit.
They're gonna be jobless. They're absolutely getting scolded. Oh my god.
Oh no. I'm picturing that in my head. Just if that happens, I'm actually gonna throw a fit.
Couldn't you ask for an edit to remove these ones? No,
There's no point. There's no point.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
And now we are going to be moving into our first LN pick of the pool, and I'm really hype, and you'll see why when the artist name.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Oh. And she was me. Oh, I saw the queen, and I thought it was the queen from Dan 4. I was like,
yes, for LN.
that would be slightly more than spicy, I would say. I think it would be interesting. But
Yeah,
thankfully it's not.
That would go from a spice to a thinking emote.
Yeah. This song is pretty good. MCU with Vocaloid is not something you get to hear every day. It is really.
Yeah. So this would be our more release-focused LN pick of the pool. And I wouldn't say it plays like a conventional release pick, but there's a lot of gimmicks that test release in it. And also, thanks to Rule Blazing for letting us edit the map. The main edit in it was we just took out a lot of short LNs. Because this used to be like very littered in 1/8 LNs.
Oh, okay, I understand. 3.2 stars right now, so not looking. It's probably not gonna be tremendously more difficult execution-wise from the previous maps in LN, but it's probably gonna take a somewhat more coordination. It's gonna be a more active map. It's just like hold long notes and try not to get too nervous.
Pretty much. There's like, you'll see when it happens. There's just a lot in this map that is gonna test your release coordination, and it's pretty hard to hack. It's definitely harder than last year's release, or it might be around the same, but I would put it around harder just in terms of how much this map has.
I see. So yeah, it's looking pretty interesting.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that this looks like, for now, this looks like a very standardly mapped, like, LN map with a side of release. It's probably gonna intensify as the map goes on. No, go on, Lidl.
Yeah, sorry. I was just gonna say, if you're comparing this to the round of 16 release pick from last year, 4DM2, I would say this is more physically testing. I would agree with you, Logan, but I gotta say, I think I was just worse at the last one last year anyways. I don't know why that is really, but I definitely agree. This one I have to focus a lot harder on.
Yeah, this map takes a lot of focus. It is only 2 minutes long, but it does not stop. And there's actually like, I mean, the song doesn't really repeat itself much, so naturally the map isn't going to either. So there's a lot thrown at you with these releases.
Yeah, and I just gotta say too, out of that first section, or like, I guess it's like what, the first half of the chorus. I don't even know how to describe it really, but there's a section there where there was an LN into a flame, and that will kill your runs. Just watch out for that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We're gonna get into this kind of speed section right here, and it's very easy to just trip up on like little.
These 1/6 LNs are all positioned so weirdly in the map in general. Oh.
Yeah, this chart pulls no punches for its categorization, definitely.
I still think this is like a really good chart, though. Like, I
absolutely
like it because
it positively is.
I was so hyped when Rule Blazing made this because there was finally a good map of the Queen. Also, don't sleep before that ending. That ending has that little like triple, and it.
I also just want to mention there's at least 2 instances of a pattern in the chart, which is a triplet of 1/6 LNs that is accompanied by an LN that releases at 1/4, and that looks absolutely disgusting to play.
Yeah, with that, we are going to be getting into our first SV pick.
Oh yeah, let's go. Now you're talking.
This is going to be a relatively familiar map if you've been around for a couple of years.
It's got to be Milk. Oh,
Milk.
Let's go, throwback.
Yeah, so it's been. I actually saw this get used in a tournament recently, but this is an older map, and I have not seen this be used in a tournament in some time.
This map was getting played when I was getting on the scene in 2018. It's been some time. It's been a good while.
It's kind of crazy how we can call 2018 maps older maps now. But yeah, this is going to be Toph's I didn't look about it.
Furligor.
Thank you, Furligor. Going with that. So this is going to be our reading-based SV, and it's going to be a step up from main heroine in like quite a couple aspects, and I think it's a like pretty solid step up.
I think this is gonna be. Oh my god! You just made me realize that I missed this map so much. Oh my god! I think I did it like a 990 something on this map when I was a 5 digits playing SMMT. The times. Oh.
Yeah, this map, if you're like very like, if you've been around since like 2017, you've probably seen it. But if not, then you probably have not seen it. It's not been talked about that much as of recent. But yeah, so starting out the map, there's just gonna be some slow jam before we get into like the main gimmick.
I couldn't help but go check. It's pronounced like Furligor or something.
Furligor.
It's not French, it's Icelandic, but I have no idea how to mimic that accent. But anyway.
It's probably something like Furligor, but Furligor is good enough.
You see whenever there's like a kick and whenever there's a chime, there's a speed up in the SV, and that's really the main gimmick of this. The SV is basically going to a combination of the chimes and the drums.
Yeah.
This chart is like, this chart is like unreasonable to try and focus on, to me at least. Like trying to focus on the track constantly, just like, it's not stutters, but it's like just changing and varying speeds, and it's just like, it feels like it's trolling me when I'm playing it, like legitimately.
I just feel like I'm like
that SV.
I'm chilling when I play this. I'm vibing. This part that's coming here is the real kick conditions. You guys wait and see.
Yeah. This,
I hope you like slow jams, by the way.
Yeah, this slow jam is gonna be quite hard if you're not familiar with slow jams at all.
The schlongs there.
Also, there are a couple schlongs.
Here we go! There it is! I missed that row so much.
The thing with these schlongs really is they're just gonna punish lack of accuracy in these slow jams even further. And then you have that roll, that goes back into the main section. And this is kind of the same gimmick as the first part.
Mm-hmm. This map and this song are both incredibly nostalgic. I don't know. I just don't know.
I was just actually looking at the chat. I would not say this is too easy for round of 16 whatsoever, considering it's a good step up from main heroine, especially this part. And also,
Oh yeah, definitely.
the reading SV isn't really made as the SV where you have to play it 35 times to get a good score. Like, it's really
Fair.
testing your AC on SV more than your combo ability. This
Yeah, this map
was
is
used in
pretty-
SEAC groups recently.
Oh, okay. It was used in MDS 1 as the low bracket, I think, finals SV. We from high bracket got the high tier version. And then it was also used in a tournament previous to that. I think maybe a soft, and then it just stopped being used. And now that it's back, I am very happy. You guys probably dug like really deep for this one.
I've known about this map for like a couple of years, and it works really
Same.
well. So
It's just cute.
yeah, with that, I think we're going to be going back into the rice pool and finishing up there. So we're just going to be cycling around.
$1.4? What is this?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Okay, so this is going to be our speed streams pick of the pool.
this is 168. The BPM is wrong, right?
Yeah, the BPM's wrong. I kind of had a brain fart. So the BPM is, I think, 213. I could be wrong.
Oh.
It's between 210 and 215. And yes, this is the MBS low bracket speed qualifier. And so I don't think anyone played an MBS low bracket and then came here from that. because it is,
Patraj.
no, he
Patraj has played
high bracket.
MBS
He
2.
played high bracket.
Yeah, but he played MBS 2. He's at least aware of this map.
That's fair,
Yeah.
but either way,
It's on 1.4 now, so
yeah. it's-
Oh yeah, that is definitely true.
So, people are gonna be like, what the hell, 1.4 rate on a map? One, speed stream picks are impossible to find. Two, using
Yes.
this on 1.4 actually kind of alleviates the issue we had with the issue that one might have with using it as a pick, which is the length.
Oh, true.
It actually
I can
cuts
see
it
that.
from over 3 minutes to just 2.5 minutes, which actually is
That's very good.
makes it a lot more bearable. And something you're gonna notice about this stream is it's very trilly. You're not gonna be doing much like, I really don't know how to describe it. There's no intermittent mini jacks, and there's no real like sweeps in it like there was with Shannon's theorem.
Also, I think it's really cute how the stream changes direction every time the Yoshi sound is sampled.
Oh, it's so good. It's actually a stream map, but the streams are like kind of charted to something.
Yeah, let's go.
And so yeah, that's the opening. And now the streams get a little bit denser here, but like not enough to consider it like really dense stream or anything. It's still not as dense as watercolor is.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely not as dense, but definitely a lot faster. And I think that those jumps are gonna trip some people up, honestly, in those denser sections.
Oh yeah, these are 1-3, right? So they're not that light at all.
The actual patterns, the streams
jump.
are.
The jumps are 1-3, right? Or 1-3.
I'm not quite sure what you're asking.
Oh, if they're
They really
okay.
go 1,
snapping.
2,
Not
1, 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're one.
Thank you, Logan.
Oh, oh, my god. Okay, I was asking
Yeah.
about snapping, but that is also a good answer.
Oh no, the streams are 1.4.
Oh, the streams are 1-4, but the jump sequences, which you mentioned, are difficult. Be difficult.
Either way.
Yeah, I'm just confused myself all over here. Let's go.
Halo bonk.
Yeah,
So there's just this little break section with the LNs before we get into the last part of the map. There is quite a bit of downtime in this map, so there's no big focus on there's no huge focus on stamina here whatsoever. It really is just speed. And I think something to note is that I think if you're a top ACK player, you're gonna find this easier to ratio than Shannon's theorem. Like, it's physically harder, but you're gonna, if you're like a top player who isn't physically struggling with either, the patterning in this one's actually a lot.
Oh yeah, a lot easier because Shannon's theorem was so filled with 1-6 and awkward rolls. Most definitely, it's gonna be an easier time for everyone.
Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there. We've got a collection of banger scores right here. We got one SS and then one 200 with 16 misses, and then one epic tragic choke, and then crystallized with the true gamer score.
That's the best part.
That is like
background. He won the background.
And I'm like, that's the achievement score.
He did it. He survived for so long after not playing. He didn't fail. That takes talent.
Yeah.
Next map, I believe, is also going to be a right.
Yes.
Yep,
last
this is going to be our,
or not the last one, is it?
be our knife.
Oh, okay, nice.
Knife.
But okay, this one was ranked pretty recently. It's been like not a lot of time. So what does the edit entail?
So basically, so this is our tech map of the pool, and we basically, it was Davy in particular did some edits to it to make it a bit more technical, because a lot of it we found was, we liked it as a pick and as a map, but a lot of it was just kind of broken stream rather than
Oh, that is the
And-
classic. It's just
yeah, and so we really wanted to just add a couple flams here, a couple just things that make it play a little bit more technically, and Cocky Play gave us the green light.
understandable.
And thanks to him for that. And so now we are here. This is a pretty, I think this is the longest map of the pool besides the tiebreaker.
4-minute tag. Oh,
You
Well,
guys are going
yeah,
extra
That's
hard.
the brain time. There's actually like 40 seconds at the beginning of the MP3,
oh,
which
fair.
ideally should have been removed, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's actually about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So it is still pretty long, but yeah. No stalling, please. I agree.
Okay, so when we gonna start?
Maybe when Crystallize comes back.
Oh, okay, that's understandable.
Everyone press skip in the multi-bless RNG.
Yeah, this is the match versus stalling 40 seconds. What shall they do?
I think we might have to wait a sec here.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Hey!
Hey!
Alright, into the actual patterns now.
So yeah, this map is, I would say, the hardest map of the pool. Personally.
Just based on length, I'll agree with that, just because this is a lot more varied in terms of pattern variety, and it also is much longer than many of the other picks.
Mm-hmm.
And there is quite a bit of downtime in this pick for it being this long, and also we just really liked the chart as a whole. So we did consciously decide to not cut it when we could have for those reasons. Like, there's a lot of downtime, and there's just a lot of variety that you leave out of this map if you cut it, so we just decided to leave the full thing in. Hopefully no one gets too annoyed. Yeah, you see that first section is just kind of, I would say it's a little easier than the rest of the map, but that's pretty much the density that the map is going to be.
The later the patterns do get like a little more intense, a little more involved. But for now, it's pretty chill, to be honest.
Ooh, lots of fun two-hand trills and little rolly patterns here.
Yeah.
Fun
And
to say.
this is the break section, but it's ramping back up, and you can't really let your guard down on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the audio might be a little desynced on our end.
Yeah, I'm
no problem.
feeling it.
It's no problem, but I was confused for a second. But
That or
Yeah.
I think the audio there was so quiet that we couldn't hear what it was mapped to.
True.
On
oh,
our end.
maybe. Well, heck.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because now it's fine. But either way, this is the main section of the map right here. This is where it gets the densest.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of these denser patterns take the form of like jump stream-esque patterns, and at 200 BPM in this pool, they're honestly going to be really tricky. It's just worth keeping your eye on this pick if you're actually playing.
Okay, there definitely is desync on our end, actually. I don't know what's happening.
It's no biggie. But yeah, we're almost through here. Honestly, I mean, I think if you take a look at someone like Andre, it kind of tells the story. Someone who is really seasoned in accuracy and comfortable on these types of patterns is going to run away with this pick. But, you know, if you're not as comfortable, like, keeping up with this for so long or some of the patterns, it's definitely something you might want to either look out for or just straight up ban, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised to see this get banned a couple of times.
Yeah, that's true. This is like the secret consistency pick.
Yeah, and it is, again, pretty abnormal for your tech pick to be this long, but we just went for it because we really liked the map, and, you know, sticking to a formula of, like, everything has to be X length is kind of boring.
And to be fair, there's a long storied history of good and long tech picks in tournament pools, so there's nothing really, like, rule breaking or anything. It's just cool.
And so, yeah, that was our last rice pick of the pool.
Scary 87. Perfect, by the way.
Yeah, if you get under 100, 300s on this, you're kind of not 4-digit.
You're going to get knifed.
Yeah, you get knifed.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
now we're going for the hybrid? Second hybrid?
Yep, is going to be our last hybrid map.
I honestly really like this hybrid.
Oh,
this might
Ooh, let's go.
this might be my favorite. I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know. This is really good. Okay.
Doesn't this have SV?
No.
Wow, why? It's a Lanian map without SV. Okay, I'm kind of shocked because I'm pretty sure this had SV. Wow.
But yeah, this is going to be Left Behind, Vinx's song, mapped by Lenian, difficulty in the past, the top diff of the set. And this is going to be our more LN control-based hybrid, but kind of referring to what we said earlier, both the hybrids are very 50-50. Or like, very close to it, closer than you would normally see in hybrids. So, there's going to be a lot of intermixed LN, and it's going to be the main part that is hard about this is going to be controlling around the LNs, but there is also going to be some pretty fast broken stream.
It's also only 8.2, which is interesting.
It's oddly specific OD choice.
Yeah.
That with a lens is gonna be kind of a pain, to be
I
fair.
think OD 8.2 does complement this map nicely, though, even though we didn't plan that, of course.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to go somewhere in between 8 and 8.5, you only have a couple of places to go anyways.
Yeah.
That's very fair. Okay, let's go then. Maps get a start.
I mean, you know, then again, you could always make your OD like 8.091, but why would you do that?
Yeah, technically you can, but there's not really a point, is there?
So this opening is very calm. There's not much that's gonna happen for about the first 30 seconds, but then it gets right into it. This song is also really good. I really like Vinx's songs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Vinx has got some bangers.
I really like this chart. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just a stinker. I don't like Vinx's songs that much.
I see.
I'm just a stinker. Okay, listen. I'm just gonna go listen to my freaking 1 hour of the same noise. Okay, just ignore me.
That's okay.
So you see, this you saw some broken stream at the beginning with those LNs to the vocals, and now you're gonna see a bit more LN come in.
Looks pretty cool.
A lot of these releases are not actually super challenging, in my opinion, but it's something you have to keep your eye on, definitely. And also, you just kind of have to keep up with this through like most of it.
And this part coming up is deceptively hard. Like, I've thrown SSs here playtesting this a lot.
Yeah, trying to hold the LNs in accordance with the lyrics is actually a lot harder than, going with the beat like before.
Yeah, and like these mid drum roll LNs, like drum rolls starting in the LN are surprisingly difficult to get right because that's a very common pattern.
So yeah, while this doesn't have much LN density, unless you're really good at LN, the LN coordination needed to play this is like very hard. And so it is pretty close to 50-50 because the LN isn't that dense, but you need a lot of LN coordination.
Yep.
Yeah, with that is going to be the last of our hybrids, and now we're going to be moving to our second LN pick. This is going to be our density-based LN pick.
Oh, okay. What is it going to be? Oh, I actually don't know.
Well, I'd hope not. You're playing.
That is very true. I mean, I can't really guess what it's going to be.
To be fair, usually tournaments give showcasers map pool.
Oh, this map, this 1.1 OD7 version. That's 2 edits.
Yeah, that's pretty scuffed. Nah, but so this map is, I think, been used in a couple Asian tournaments, and
It's also been used in Brazilian tournament nationals.
Oh, okay. So it's a pretty simple map, and it's not the top diff. The top diff is actually pretty hard, but we just decided to uprate this diff, and we decided it's a pretty good density step up.
Yeah, it is very good. It's a pretty good difficulty step up, I believe. The most equivalent map to this. There's not one really. I don't think. And this is shorter, and it's gonna have a lot more interesting stuff going on. Like, in comparison to the Queen, which is more like consistency-based map with all these releases, this is just more pure. Like, hey, play this pattern. Let's go.
Yeah, I've got to say, the consistency needed to keep up with the Queen compared to this chart. This chart, you can, at least in my opinion, you can play a bit more fast and loose on this chart compared to the Queen, definitely. But because of that, it will make this chart, when you're actually playing it in match, it will make it go by like in a flash. So you really need to focus and make sure you don't mess up on this.
Yeah,
definitely.
This is one of the shortest, maybe the shortest pick in the pool.
Yeah, I think it's the shortest. Also, the star rating of 3 is an absolute bold-faced lie. It's not real.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, you want a song? I'll
Look at that!
Headbang to. I'll headbang to this song, dude. I love this song.
I will. Let's go. This song is good.
So yeah, you see, there is a lot more kind of a speed emphasis, but there's a lot more of like there's a lot more of a dense. I can't talk. There's a lot more like triple holds going on. There's a lot more kind of almost inverses happening. Like it's round of 16, so inverses aren't gonna happen just yet, but we're really gonna start breaking into that territory with this map.
Oh yeah, I can see. Now a chiller section with the slower, weirder ribbons. I don't know if this is 1-3. Doesn't look like it. But yeah. Yep.
You've really gotta just keep up with, like, the density in this is really just kind of daunting, I think. The length is super short, but it's just going the whole time.
Yeah, it's just relentless. You gotta be dealing with this all the time.
Yeah, and this is definitely decently hard, I would say, for the pool, but we felt 1.0 was just simply too easy or too slow, so
Yeah.
we went with 1.1.
That's a very agreeable decision.
And that's a very nice solid map, in my opinion. It's pretty cool.
And now I believe we're going to be going into the last map before the tiebreaker.
Oh, it's the last SV.
Yep, it is going to be SV2. It's going to be our memory-based SV.
It's gonna be milk. It's gotta be milk.
It's going to be milk.
Milge.
Mestro currently finding the URL for milk.
I bet he is.
Please.
I'm just waiting for it. The joke's gonna happen.
Milk.
Or at this point, he's not gonna do it, and then that's gonna be the joke. Okay, he didn't do it.
Oh, I played this. This was the P3T qualifier.
So yeah, this is gonna be our memory SV. It's gonna be Forsaken by 02 Snow. Of course,
This
Halo,
map
the
is
SV
cool.
nerd knows it already.
It's a very good map.
Yo, this song, like, trying to do some of the things inside of this chart, like some of the SVs in relation to this song are just like, they trip me up so bad. Like, I honestly, I got dumpstered when I tried to play this.
Oh no lie. When I played this as well, like 5 digit or so, had just gotten out of 5 digit range, then went in to play this. Mal called me to make a team, and then I went in to start reading it and got like that 600k. This song is so difficult to get right, especially with all the like broken rhythms and even more broken SVs. It just makes the whole thing a real pain to get together and beast up a good run. But it's a very interesting qualifier SV, and I'm pretty glad that it's here.
Yeah, if you think this is hard, be glad I told Danny to move what we have in quarters to quarters, because we almost had our quarters SV in round of 16. And so...
You kidding?
Oh, Andre coming in with that early combo.
Oh, Andre with a 2 million point lead.
Dude, the client is really epic. But yeah, I did try this like 2 or 3 times, but I never was able to get like anything decent on this. This, like I said, this file just dumpsters me. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of that way when you first start practicing
Oh
an
my
NXT
God.
file anyways.
Yeah, I think this file needs a bit more than three tries to get right.
Yeah, and to really
Yeah.
highlight the difference between what we're going for with our reading versus our memory is our reading is really just going to be how well you can read the SV rhythms, and our memory is going to be really where like you're expected to memorize the rhythm more than be tested on how well you can read the gimmick. So it may feel like this is way harder than the reading one, but that's really
Ooh, that one is so
That
good.
SV is really hard. I should be talking about
so
the chart a
good.
little bit more, I guess. But yeah, this is gonna feel harder than Flarligar, but it's by intent of the score curve on Flarligar is gonna be way higher.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Oh, that roll is absolutely mental. It is so hard to get it good.
Is really...
I'm getting flashbacks, sorry.
But honestly, once you practice this like a bit, like I don't know, I got a good score on this in around like 6 tries. So it doesn't take much more effort than Sleeping With You. I'd say it takes just about as much effort as Black Hole.
Yeah, takes that much. I can see that. And there's a sneaky memo here, I remember.
There's a lot of different sections going on here, and I think that's going to be the most intimidating thing.
Oh no, there wasn't. Oh. I guess I was just paranoid at that part every single time I played that map. But yeah, there are so many different gimmicks put together. That's what makes it really interesting. There's the Ellen stop section that is kind of similar to Sleeping With You. But the map just has so much more you have to focus on and juggle. Like accuracy parts, like misleading rolls, all the very different SVs outside of the Ellen stop section. Your mental stack just gets really heavy all of a sudden. Very hard to just like trip up in a play.
And so yeah, now we're going to be moving into our tiebreaker. And I don't think anyone's going to guess what the tiebreaker is. Yeah. It's gonna be milk.
Yeah, it's gonna be milk.
So we made a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see when it goes.
It's also less than 2 minutes.
Jack section.
It's also 5.8 stars.
Yeah, all true. Yes.
Yeah. So we really wanted to. Okay, here we go. Here's the tiebreaker.
Oh. Quality control, Danny P. Oh.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw this out there. The title is accurate. Quality control, baby. This chart is good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm hyped. I'm in for
This
this.
is actually. This is a newer map, but more so. It was one of Danny's older maps in one of his packs, and we couldn't really find a tiebreaker, so he did some edits to this, and it works really well as a tiebreaker.
That is good. How's the Ellen to Rice spread, more or less?
I would say that it's pretty 50-50, if I'm being honest. I mean, that's what we go for.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
I mean, I think maybe, if anything, it might be a little LN biased, but I haven't played the chart in a long time. Like, we've had this pool done for a while, so...
Oh, fair enough.
I'm saying that off of, like, month-old memory.
True. Should also be fair to ask, you guys have done 2 non-Camellia tiebreakers in a row. How long do you pretend to maintain the streak? How long do you intend to?
I will not answer this question.
Fair enough.
We're just gaming.
Yes, we are gaming right now. All of these people are just gaming. Andre is gaming a lot. I have 99.99. I had to ruin it.
So yeah, starting out there is not much with this map. It is a very calm opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the main section of this map right after this build-up.
I gotta find out how it's gonna look like. For now, we got some jacks. Ooh. Okay, this is cool. Rolls into broken stream. That is our. Ooh, okay, we got some jump streamers in there too. That is already pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of like a bursty rice section, but then with some LN mixed in. But it's just like those short LNs, mostly just to test your reading more than anything. And now we're gonna get into these kind of... Oh, not yet. I overthought.
Hey, these little split trill and rolly type of patterns are not worth forgetting about either.
Yeah, true.
Those one-handed LN release patterns are pretty brutal too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Ellen section number 1 of I don't know how many.
I mean, if you know much about Danny maps, you know he doesn't like doing rice sections and LN sections necessarily, so it goes back and forth a lot.
Fair
It's
enough.
not like half rice, half LN. So yeah, that is the halfway point of the map. And so yeah, we've seen kind of like a bursty rice section and then a release-oriented LN section. And now I believe we are going to be seeing a more density-based LN section, and then to close out, we're going to be seeing some pretty dense and constant rice. Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh,
part,
the release
actually.
section!
I forgot
Okay,
about this part. Oh, this part's fun.
Yeah, this looks pretty fun.
This looks really hard to me.
Yeah, it looks really hard.
Now, this map is OD 7.5, so these releases aren't going to be as hard as they seem there.
Yeah. There's still definitely nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And again, sorry my memory of this is kind of bad. It has been a month.
No worries.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't played it. Oh, sorry. What's up?
This tiebreaker so far, Halo?
I think it's pretty interesting. For now, it's had a good balance of like Rise and LN going on, especially with this mixed section here. It's had a bit of jump stream, had a bit of bursting, had a bit of force, though it's not really that dense. If this map had like a little more stuff, it would basically cover like every single pattern phase out there. But for now, it looks satisfactory in terms of pattern distribution and like archetypes.
These those releases there at the end are so mean.
Oh yeah, they are so mean. You're supposed to get the victory lap. Why do you have to do accuracy? Okay. So yeah, I think you guys did a great job on both picking and editing.
Very good.
Oh, rip.
Rip, he got the true gamer score.
Yeah, the true gamer score. So yeah, Andre with a really good score on that. And so this map is going to be quite easier than our last year's round of 16 tiebreaker, if you couldn't tell, because we didn't overshoot the difficulty this year.
What was the tiebreaker for that again?
Heart of Android.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Yo, that was too hard.
Yeah,
I played that.
We didn't overshoot the difficulty this time, so that's good.
Hey, I wasn't even angry about Heart of Android because the song bangs, okay?
Yeah, but that was really difficult in fact. So okay, I guess that is the showcase then.
Yeah, Halo, if you want to close us out, then that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be seeing you guys next week with the matches. So thank you all for watching the entirety of the group stage, and thank you also for watching the showcase. I'm Halo. I've been here with Logan and Lito, and I wish you all a good day. Goodbye, everybody. We're signing out.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.